Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed by a project? Like you're just drowning in a sea of ideas and to-do lists? Well, today, we're going to talk about a few simple design concepts that can be like a life raft, helping you find a little bit of calm and clarity in all that chaos.
It's such a familiar feeling, isn't it? You start with this brilliant idea, but somewhere along the way, it starts to feel like this big, tangled mess of yarn. All the threads are there, but they're just not connecting right. We're going to learn how to gently untangle that yarn and weave it into something really clear and beautiful. So what if I told you there's a secret weapon against this kind of chaos? And no, it's not some new app or productivity hack. It's actually a way of thinking, a mindset that we can borrow from the world of design. It's all about shifting your perspective to find that calm inside the storm. Mitch Kapoor, the mind behind Lotus 123, really nailed the essence of design with this quote. He said it's about standing with one foot in the world of technology and the other in the world of people. It's really about building a bridge between the complicated how and the very simple, very human why. This leads us to this really powerful distinction made by a software engineer named M.A. Jackson. It's the difference between just getting a program to work and really getting it right. The first one is about function, but the second one, that's about finesse. It's kind of like the difference between a wobbly bookshelf that just holds books and a beautifully crafted piece of furniture that tells a story. So how do we get from just working to right? Well, we're going to do it by embracing three really simple but powerful design principles. Our first one is abstraction. This is all about learning to zoom out and see the whole forest, not just the individual trees. Okay, don't let the fancy word fool you. Abstraction is really just the art of simplification. It's about creating a simple sketch of your project in your mind before you start building, so you don't get lost in all the little details. Think about it this way. When you're planning a road trip, you don't start by trying to memorize every single street name, right? Of course not. You look at a map. You get the lay of the land, you see the major highways, the general direction. That is abstraction. And a map is useful not just for what it shows, but for all the details it purposefully leaves out. So let's just take a breath and ask yourself this. What is the one single core idea at the heart of my project? What's my map view? Don't rush it. Just let that question sit with you for a moment. Okay, once you've got your map view, it's time to simplify the journey itself. This brings us to our second principle, simplicity. And this is not about being lazy or taking the easy way out. It's about the very elegant, very deliberate art of subtraction. This quote from the software world is a total game changer. Simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. Just let that sink in. It's not about doing less work, it's about doing only the work that truly matters. It's about having the courage to cut away all the clutter so the real heart of your idea can finally shine through. All right, let's pause again. Take a look at your project, but with fresh eyes this time. Is there anything you could just let go of? Anything that's just weighing it down? What could you remove to make it feel lighter, clearer, and even more powerful? So we've zoomed out with abstraction, we've decluttered with simplicity, and now it's time to get organized. Our final principle is modularity. This is where we create a beautiful, orderly home for all of our ideas, with a place for everything. The golden rule here is so simple. One job, one component. Think of your project like it's a team of specialists. Every person has a very specific role, and they don't try to do each other's jobs. This is sometimes called separation of concerns, and it just creates a much more harmonious and efficient system. I mean, just imagine your kitchen, right? You probably don't have one big drawer that's just labeled stuff, do you? No, you have a drawer for forks, one for spoons, one for knives. It's a simple, elegant system that just makes your life easier. And that right there is the magic of modularity. So for our last little pause today, think about how you can create drawers for your project. How can you break it down into smaller, focused, more manageable pieces? Just take a second and imagine that beautiful, organized system you could create. So there we have it, three pretty powerful ideas: abstraction, simplicity, and modularity. And I get it, that might feel like a lot, but this isn't about adding more things to your to-do list. It's really about finding a gentler, more mindful way to approach your work. So what's your first step? It's beautifully simple. Just two things. First, just pause. Step away from the screen. Maybe close your eyes, take a deep breath, and then just ask yourself this one gentle question. What is the simplest next step? Not the biggest, not the most impressive, just the simplest. Because that's almost always where you'll find your clarity. Because that's the ultimate goal here, isn't it? To move from that feeling of complexity to a feeling of clarity. To find that simple, elegant solution that's been waiting there for you all along. Good design isn't about adding more stuff. It's about revealing the beautiful clarity that's already there.